Welcome to the channel. Strand 4, question number 4. The points 1739 and 10C are collinear, i.e. they lie on the same line. Show that the value of C is equal to 16. So there's three coordinates 1739, 10, and then there's a missing number over here. So we have to show that that missing number has to be equal to 16. Before we start, let me say this question is worth 2 marks. If you have slightest of confusion about how to go about doing this, you must skip the question and go on to the next one. The exam is prepared in a way that at least there are 40 marks worth of questions that are easy. But that 40 questions are not in order. They are scattered at the paper. So try to pick the questions that you can find comfortable in answering, that you are good at answering. Do those ones first and then come to the questions that are a little bit more confusing. In that way, you can attain the maximum marks possible in an exam paper. Don't do the exam just in order. Skip the questions that are hard. Do start from the first question. Keep going page by page, but skip the questions that are a little bit tough and challenging, but put a mark on them so that you can come back and reattempt if you have time remaining at the end. So in this question, first thing is find the gradient. If those points lie on the same line, all the 3 points will have the same gradient. Let's take 2 at a time. So consider the first 2 points, 1, 7 and 3, 9. So take the 2 points that we know the numbers of. We can't consider that yet because we don't know what the value of C is. So that's x1, y1, and then that's x2, y2. Find the gradient. The gradient formula, m is equal to change in y, y2 minus y1 over change in x, x2 minus x1. Change in y over change in x. You could have labeled that as x2, y2 and y, x1, y1 over here. But usually the first coordinate is x1, y1, the second one x2, y2. So maintain the order. y2 is 9. 9 take away y1, which is 7. x2 is 3. Take away x1, which is 1. So the gradient is equal to 9 minus 7, which is equal to 2, divided by 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So the 3 points lie on a line which has a gradient equal to 1. How does a line look like which has a gradient of 1? Y-axis, x-axis. A line which has a gradient of 1 will be a 45-degree line. If it goes through the center, it would be like that. The line y is equal to x has a gradient of 1. That's an example. Oh, that line has a gradient of 1. Any parallel line, any line parallel to that will have a gradient, the gradient m equal to 1. So since we have found the gradient, now take any other point and then this one over here to calculate the value of C. So you can either use the first one or the second one. Let's use the first one because 9 is a big number. Let's use the first one. So consider the 2 points 1, 7 and 10C. Next step, classify x1, y1, and that one is x2, y2. Next step, the gradient formula. The gradient formula would be m is equal to change in y over change in x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's plug in the values. y2 is C, y1 is 7, x2 is 10, and then x1 is 1. So what is the m value? M value we've already found equal to 1. So that one you put over here. So your 1 is equal to C minus 7 divided by 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. To solve, the 9 goes that side, becomes times. So 1 multiplied by 9 is equal to 9. 9 is equal to C minus 1. Next step, the minus 1 goes this side. Minus 1 becomes plus 1. When it changes sides, that will give us the value of c. Therefore, the value of c is equal to 9 plus 1, which is equal to 10. My apologies. I made a small mistake over here. You might have identified. Here I have c minus 7, and then here I have got c minus 1. That c minus 7 should be consistent in every step. Because I have got 10 minus 1 over here, I think I confused the minus 1 with the numerator. So please pardon my mistake. With this mistake, you can see how important it is to follow step by step each and every sign in each and every number. Otherwise, you'll end up with the wrong answer. However, even if you get the wrong answer, if your working out is correct, in correct order, you can be given partial marks. However, let me go back and fix this. Okay, so 1 is equal to c minus 7 over 10 minus 1. So 1 is equal to c minus 7, not c minus 1, divided by 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. The 1 and the 9 multiply to each other, that gives you 9, and that is equal to c minus 7. The minus 7 comes this side, so 9 plus 7 is equal to c. Therefore, the value of c will be equal to 9 plus 7, which is equal to 16. So we have shown over here, you can just underline that, we have already shown that the value of c should be equal to 16, as asked in the question. Don't have to write anything else. So I hope you have learned a lot from this question. Also, you've learned how important it is not to make mistakes. Plus and minus sign, the numbers, it has to be consistent from step by step. So remember, if you get the wrong answer, if your working out is in correct order, the proper way, you will be awarded partial marks for correct working out. Thanks for watching.